Yeah, hello and welcome to the fifth episode of our hybrid park. And in this episode, I will be a little different than usual because I'm missing the whole speed build time lapse. In the last episode, I briefly talking about a little bit this topic that I was thinking about streaming a while ago and tested it out, and I wanted to try it on Twitch, and then I had to change a few settings in the OBS system, and then I realized, as I said, my internet was much too slow for that, and then I quickly need an upgrade to high-speed internet. And when I continued building and recording this episode, unfortunately I didn't, I forgot, to reset the settings, and basically everything and what I have recorded was for nothing. And it was over. That was my end, and then I was so sad and bad and mad, and that was so... damn it. But yeah, as you can see here in advance, I had something very special in my mind for the Indoraptor. And we are now on this peninsula of the map, and I wanted to accommodate the two most dangerous hybrids here, and I had a spontaneous idea and was again subtly inspired by another YouTuber with the high security building and so on, and I built this pit here, the Indoraptor pit, so I call it. I will show you the process in several clips because luckily I had save games at several times at this point, and I was able to go back and show for you to hear the beginning, then the middle part, and then the final result. And at the beginning you can see that I planned a lorry enclosure and wanted to give the guests the opportunity to observe and watch the dinosaur from a sufficient distance, and for safety reasons via various observation galleries and other terraces all around. And I used a pre-made enclosure from the Indominus Rex items from another mod as a template and lined it up various with observation galleries and so on. And then it took me a long time at the beginning to create the terrain and figured out the hitboxes. And yeah, as you can see, it was a big struggle for me, so a little bit, but this is your only example of what I'm show you here. This is my first step, the next step, and so on. And yeah, they're just only example shots, so I said, and not a real recording, because I said unfortunately none of these shots turned out well and would be embarrassing to show you so slow quality in today's video. In general, I had planned to have a larger staff area around this enclosure and to make the whole thing a little bit more like high security. But in the combination I also wanted to make it look a bit more futuristic, which you will now you can see it for now, and combine it also with decorative elements, and I wanted to combine the whole thing together. And then I combined a normal aquatic hatchery with an entrance also here on the pit into the enclosure, to the enclosure for the staff, so that we have an official access for the staff. And the Indoraptor is a very intelligent animal, and we have to make sure that the animal cannot escape, and that is why I lowered the enclosure into the ground. Then I imitated the concrete floor again. I like this idea with the concrete floors here with these items, and that inspired me to put these concrete items around the entire enclosure, and yeah, I think that's good. Okay, it should look stable, and yet the guest should have the opportunity to observe it from various terraces or officially via the observation galleries here. And yeah, I definitely wanted to a great staff section also here, but I was also interested in art, and then spontaneously tried out it with other items and wanted to integrate timeless architecture to make this whole area look special for this hybrid. And I think it's good that the peninsula stands out visually from the rest of the park, because here we have the two most dangerous hybrids that the guest can observe, and the combination with high security and art can definitely work. I also wanted to have a contrast between the other enclosures, and then we have this high security enclosure. It is very cold and clean and looks so high security like. And then I combined it also for the surrounding with windy paths. And yeah, the inspiration comes from the hybrids themselves. The hybrids are pure art of genetics and science, and yet they are no part of nature, and in general nothing. Of course, in a dinosaur park or in Jurassic World, everything is art and modified as fuck. And that's why I wanted to implement art around it. Nature is so beautiful, but so is also the thing what we can create, and the nature creates so many beautiful things. And yeah, the noblest thing what the human has ever created were gardens and art, to reflect the nature in its beauty and perfection. And somehow I was inspired by this to build this part of the park completely differently. You can see that there was a lot of struggle with the objects, and it took a little while for me until I had come to terms with all the objects, but in the end I was relatively happy, and then built the barriers and the terraces and tried to put everything together. You could see in the time-lapse part that I used the various concrete pillars to create such abstract, timeless art, and then I put lightning underneath so that this decoration has also a nice function at the nighttime. And then I slowly started to design the area around the enclosure, and still wanted it to look friendly and invited plants. And I like this cold type of concrete in combination with this enclosure and this hybrid. And if the whole thing is combined with other garden settings, so that is certainly very nice. And so I hope it looks in the end good. And I also hope that you like my idea. And sometimes it is good to just be spontaneous and experiment with the items, and then yeah, voila, you have new things and you can implement it there in your park, or you can also we can do what we want, no? And then I designed the enclosure and placed a small lake in the middle, and lots of stones and rocks at the edge, and few conifers, or we call it in English evergreen trees. And then I put the first Indoraptor into this pit to see how is the proportions, is this okay so. And then I had the feeling that's the right size, that's the right way. Then I took more care of the rest of the area. As you can see, lighting is very important in the park, and you can achieve a lot with colors. And then in a second save game I show you that I had planned a large terrace for the staff, also on the other side, in opposite to the observation galleries, and put it also little observation galleries on the front for the staff, and put it also a helicopter landing pad on there, and a little seating section for the staff, and so on. And I like these contrast. So this is the side for the guests, this is the side for the staff, and around the guest has the possibility to go around there, have here a shop, or have here a seating section, or a good moment, and the possibility to see from this terrace also this animal, and you can look into the pit. And yeah, this was my idea, and yeah. And now we come to the current save file, and here we can see that the staff area is finished, and that I have also integrated as I said, the helicopter landing pad and other stuff that we needed for a staff section. And the area is accessible for the guest. And I have also planned a few parking spaces and also, what is the name in English for this? For the paramedical staff. And I actually wanted to separate it from the rest of the park at first, but then I thought it would be nice if the high security area was also accessible to the public, so that the people could learn more about genetics and science. And then I had finished the rest of the guest area with a few windy paths around it, and in combination with garden scenes and a large restaurant with also a big seating section to the direction to the ocean. And yeah, it is calmy, relaxy, family friendly on this side. The other side is more scientific and more high security, so in the look I mean, and in every direction what you look, you have a lot of plants and art, and I feel it is a very special place in this park. And that was my idea, and I hope you can see my imagine and feel my imagine, and to the other side I hope you like my imagine. I'm also looking forward to talk about another topic. I have started a poll on my channel, and I'm very, very grateful with all of you just for taking part and for your suggestions and your ideas. And I think that we build together a community park is something very nice, and it is a project that can run for a very long time, and I would then release an episode per month and pick out a few ideas from you and build a nice enclosure for your favorite dinosaur. And I will not build the enclosures too big, because I don't know how many people would take part of it, and it is better to have a bit more space for building. And at the beginning then I have problems later when we have too much suggestions, and then I haven't enough space, and this is not the way. And so I think medium-sized or smaller enclosures would be perfect for your favorite dinosaur. And then give me your suggestion, your lovely dinosaur. What do you looking for? Give me a little theme, like hey, I'm liking the Brachiosaurus and I like a lush dense forest. That would be nice. Or I'm a big fan of the Pteranodon from Jurassic Park 3. Can you give me enclosure with an aviary that looks similar from the movie? No problem. I'll try my best on this point. And then, yeah, in the meantime, then I will work on the connections and guest areas for the community park. And then, yeah, we wait a little bit with the poll and see in which biome and on which map we start the community park. And I think this could be a nice project that runs alongside my channel. And I'm currently building a small zoo also with another creator. But this is the other private thing for now. Then we plan, we have this idea to show the small zoo from time to time in a short episode, also here on my YouTube channel. And then we can really enjoy the working for me and from him so far. And I'm also thinking about what kind of new project I can start in general when the hybrid park is finished. And I have the idea of a desert planet park. I don't want to give too much away yet, but if it works, then I'll publish this new park project after this hybrid park. And sometimes I have a lot of ideas at once, and it's often difficult to coordinate everything what you have in your head, your imagines, your ideas, and it is freaking crazy. The only good thing is that I have a few days free, and so I can take my time to record the episodes and edit the episode and upload it and so on. And so I can also try it and figure it out with the desert planet topic what I have in my head. And if it doesn't work, then we're looking for another idea and project, but we will see what is coming or not. And with the community park project, so then I pick some enclosure and dinosaur ideas from you and put it into episode, and in the next month then I pick the other ideas, and so we have a continual project over a long time, and so round about 10 or 12 episodes in the year, and we can see a lot of interesting favorite dinosaurs from the followers and from my friends and so on. And I have a lot of suggestions for now, and it is a little bit complicated to say, okay, I picked these dinosaur and this and this and this, and then is this the start for the episode? But unfortunately I cannot put all the ideas for now in an episode. It is too much, that is too long for recording and so on, and I think you can understand me on this point. And it is a pleasure to start this community park project, and yeah, let it see. I want to say let it go. Oh my god, okay, my head is so full with music and movie things, and oh okay, I'm so weird. But let's come back to this episode here. And yeah, we have also an official connection to this new guest area for the Indoraptor theme here, and the guest can travel more quickly from A to B with the Biosyn connection. And I'm sorry if there are so many overview shots, but I would like to show you as much as possible the details, since I fortunately have no longer this time lapse, and you can still get a good impression of what I built here. And now we come to the part where I put the two Indoraptors in the enclosure, and I would like to have a pair of them, because the dinosaurs shouldn't live alone and should feel comfortable. And normally I hardly ever use this dinosaur in a parking build. I have my problems about the hybrids, especially the hybrids from the Jurassic World movies. And the Indoraptor is what it is, and it is a part of science, and it is also a part of the canon from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And I was not all impressed by this animal for the first time that I see there. As I said before, the Indoraptor can't help it, and it was created, and I'm still happy with this project, and I'm also happy that I can integrate the Indoraptor into this park and creating an interesting enclosure for there. Now it's slowly getting dark and the light is getting less, and we want to see this dinosaur glow at night, and so you can enjoy the last few minutes of this current episode, and then we're enjoying also the glowy look skin of the Indoraptor. And currently the rest of the lightning in the gas area is still missing. I've already done that on off screen, and then I can only say on this point thank you for watching, and I'm also very curious to hear your opinion and what do you think of the enclosure and the idea, and please let me know it. And I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice rest of the Sunday and a good rush in the new week, and enjoy it, and thank you for watching. Yeah, I repeat myself. Yeah, I'm a weird person, and yeah, thank you, and until then we see us next week with the lagoon section, and I think it's also a special and interesting episode, but we see on this in the next weekend. And on this point I say bye bye, and we see us.